Hi friends, today's topic is sensitivity and specificity of a diagnostic test. Why I chose this topic is because it is the need of the hour. Right now, we all know that world is facing a pandemic known as COVID-19. Successful therapy of this disease will depend upon the exact and confirmatory diagnosis of the disease. So this is need of the hour to have a reliable diagnostic test. And for the reliability of the diagnostic test, we need to know few terminologies known as sensitivity and specificity of that test. Let's start. Before getting into sensitivity and specificity, let's talk about few terminologies. And the first terminology is true positive. If in a population we want to see the result of a test, then if the sample is given, if the test result comes positive in the diseased people, this is known as true positive cases because they have the disease also and the test result is showing them as positive case. But there will be few healthy cases in which the test result also comes positive. In this COVID scenario, if we get false positive test from a result, then that will add additional economic burden on the government, as well as it will be a social and economical pressure on the patient also. Emotional pressure also, because patient will feel that he is positive, then unnecessary panic will get created. True negative cases will be those cases who are healthy and the test is also showing them as healthy individuals. That means test report is negative. False negative. This is a very tricky situation, very risky one. The person is diseased, person is having COVID-19, but the test result is showing him as negative. So what will happen? There will be a false sense of security. Patient will not maintain social distancing with the family members. He will not go into isolation. He will be a focus of spread to his family members also. And then his condition might deteriorate. If he is asymptomatic, it is okay. But if the symptoms appear and then he is not taking treatment, thinking that he is negative for corona, so he may get into trouble. So this is a very risky situation. Now coming to sensitivity. First we will discuss that how we calculate the sensitivity of a diagnostic test. Now we know that test can show positive results also and negative results also, and now we know these terminologies. So how we will calculate the sensitivity? It is true positive cases divided by total number of diseased people. See, for academic purposes, how you have to remember it? We all know that sensitive people or stressed out people will have more diseases. So like this you can remember. So true positive cases, because sensitivity is also known as true positive rate. So it is the true positive cases divided by total number of diseased people in that population. That will give you the sensitivity. So how we will interpret it? Like in a population there are 10 people who are suffering from a disease, and then they give their sample for the test, and 8 out of 10 diseased people are positive by this test. So sensitivity of the test in question will be 8, which are the true positive cases because they have disease also and test has shown them positive also. So 8 divided by total number of diseased people, 10 multiplied by 100 because we have to give percentage. So normally sensitivity is calculated in percentage and this test is showing 80% sensitivity. Now coming to specificity, here we have to take healthy people in consideration. So it is the true negative, that is why it is also known as true negative rate. So how it is calculated? True negative people divided by total number of healthy people. So D divided by D plus B. So this will give us specificity. How we will interpret it? Like we in a population we have 10 people who are healthy. Out of this, when the diagnostic test is applied, we feel the result of the test shows 7 of these are healthy and 3 of them, they have disease. So these are false positive cases. So true negative. So 7 out of 10 healthy subjects are negative, right? And specificity will be 7 out of 10 because total healthy people are 10. So 7 by 10 into 100 will give you 70% specificity of this test. How we'll apply this information clinically? If we have highly sensitive test, if the report comes negative, that will rule out the disease. Negative, the disease won't be there, because sensitivity will clinically define that even if a small amount of disease is present, small amount of antigen or antibody is present, this test is going to detect that. So if a highly sensitive test is negative, then that means disease is not there. That is why the tests with high sensitivity are used as screening tools for the population. A large population is studied to rule out the number of negative cases. But here we have confusion. Many students have confusion that, ma'am, we are calculating the rate as true positive divided by diseased people, but you are telling that if the test is negative, we are ruling out the disease. So this is for theoretical purpose for calculating the sensitivity. But what I have told you as sensitivity, if a highly sensitive test is negative, this rules out the disease, is the clinical implication. Now we talk about specificity. If a highly specific test is positive, that means disease is present. I am repeating it. A highly specific test is positive, means disease is present. That is why all the confirmatory tests of any disease have to be highly specific. So these are used for the confirmatory diagnosis. Same confusion here also. Some people ask that why then we calculate true negative people, like true negative divided by total healthy people will calculate the specificity. See, for calculation purpose, we are doing this formula. But if highly specific test comes to be positive, that means the disease is present. Let's understand this with the help of few examples. The commonest example I will like to cite is ELISA, enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay, which is used for detecting HIV antibodies. This test is highly sensitive, very sensitive test. See, no test is 100% sensitive and specific. There will be errors. But this ELISA is highly sensitive except for that period when the body has not started making antibodies. Obviously, when there will be no antibodies, it won't be able to detect. But even if there is a small amount of antibodies, ELISA will be able to detect that. This is so sensitive. So that means when ELISA is positive, that means we should have a confirmatory test because specificity is low. This ELISA test, what it can do is it can cross-react with autoimmune antibodies or antibodies present to some other viral infections in the blood. So ELISA can detect very small amount of antibodies. That means it is highly sensitive, but it is not specific because it can interact with it can cross-react with the other antibodies. So what we will do, if the ELISA in a person is negative, this rules out the disease because it is a highly sensitive test. Then that means HIV is not there except for that window period I have talked, that when the body has not started making antibodies. Otherwise, if the person is having small amount of antibodies, it will detect that. But if ELISA comes out to be positive, we have to confirm it with the Western blot test, or nowadays we use immunoassays. So confirmatory test is very important if ELISA comes out to be positive. Nowadays we are talking about COVID-19 and they are telling that RT-PCR, reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction, is a highly specific and sensitive test for COVID-19. That means it is able to detect the COVID-19 antigen as well as it is very specific. See, small amount of antigen it is able to detect, and it is very specific for that antigen because it is using the genome of the virus. The only disadvantage with this technique is it takes slightly more time. Yes, it is costlier, and the main thing that it detects dead viruses also. So there was a confusion that after 14 days or after 3 weeks when the test was done, if the person's blood is having dead viruses also, RT-PCR was giving a false positive report. So this point we have to take into consideration when we are considering the report of RT-PCR. But otherwise it is a highly sensitive test because it can detect the small amount of viral genome, and it is highly specific because it is based on the genetic sequencing, RNA sequencing of the virus. Nowadays, there are so many reports, so many rapid antigen and antibody kits are available. So they are claiming that this can give report within half an hour or 1 hour. So rapid antigen test is detecting the viral proteins, lipid proteins, lipoproteins of the virus. And antibodies are detecting definitely the antibodies IgG, IgM in the body of the patient. It has been seen that antibodies take time to develop in the person. So that means in first 10 to 14 days when there are no antibodies, these tests will come false negative. So we are in problem. So rapid antibody tests are not, sensitive enough because in the early days it won't come positive. And rapid antigen, there is a problem that it can detect the antigens other than coronavirus also. For example, normal human coronavirus which causes common cold. Even antibody tests can react with the antibodies to normal cold, common cold virus. So right now their sensitivity and specificity is not validated. And till the validation we cannot rely on them. So they are not that reliable for the diagnosis of COVID-19. We have to understand this. So to conclude that, let's take a very common example. If a person is having highly sensitive taste buds, then that person will come to know that the food is rotten. There is some problem that food is rotten, or the food is spoiled, or there is no ideal taste. But what is that problem is only specified by certain people, like salt is less, or sweet, or the spice is more. So when you are able to detect that the food is soiled, even if there is small amount of soiling, then you can come to know, then you can say the person's taste bud are highly sensitive. But yes, they are very specific if they are able to diagnose that what is the problem, whether there is salt is more or spice is more. So just on that note, thank you so much. If you have any queries, please put it in comment box. Good day.